farm. Oh, yeah, that's me finished for today now, lads. Our mold barge is just after breaking off. So yeah. Oh, what a beautiful afternoon. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got an awful feeling the summer is over and the rain is here to stay. It's looking that way. Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and today we are reseeding. Well, when I say reseeding, we're at the first step of reseeding. We are going to do a bit of ploughing. So we'll probably talk for about 5 minutes now about a couple of different things to do with the job. But as you can see here, plough is behind me. With this field here has been sprayed off. It's sprayed off must be near 2 weeks now, and we've that field out there which is the same has been sprayed off. And also there's a small bit there that my father ran out of spray, didn't get done. But this is the field. You would have seen it in the silage video. The one where there was a furrow shot and there was 4 fields. We're reseeding 2 of the fields. Both of them are quite dirty, and talking to our technical advisor, the maths behind it, if you do it within the first 3 years of a 5-7 year lease, it's worthwhile, it'll pay. But if you do it after the 3rd year, it's not worthwhile. You're not going to get your money back out of it. But anyways, you can see there, that is the ridge, that line there, the drinker there, that has to be taken up and whatnot. We're going to start on the far side, the far headland there, and plough down, and the hedge then comes back in on itself that way. So it's going to be a bit of fun ploughing. There's quite a bit in this. I'm not exactly sure how much is it. There's quite a bit. Also maybe the opening shot might have been the sprayer, because I was spreading the slurry when my father was spraying, so I did get some fudge there. Probably was, I think it will be. So yeah, one of the things when you seen the small sprayer, why don't we use the big sprayer? My father tends to use our small 12-meter Hardy for grassland spraying, just not to mix the cereal spray and the grassland spray, because every time you change sprays you have washout tanks, and if you don't get them washed out right, it can check a crop. So that's why we have 2 sprayers, one for grassland for contracting and that, and then one for all the tillage work. So yeah, we're going to start ploughing along that hedge there, and we're going to keep out from the hedge quite a bit, because I don't want to turn up a heap of roots. This is lay ground, this is virgin ground. To my understanding, this ground has never been ploughed before, so it could be tough ploughing. Back of the hedges there'll be a lot of old scraw, a lot of old roots and stuff, so I want to stay out of that. So we'll harrow in right up to the hedge, but really the only reason we're ploughing is just to take out that. To be perfectly honest, I'd like to just mini till the whole lot with the disc like we're doing. Like we seen when I was doing the crop watch there, we had a look at the 2 different crops. We had a look at the different crops, and we seen the 2 mini till crops that we did. They had outperformed our ploughed crops, the usual crops. And I think a lot of that was down to, because when you plough the ground dries out a bit more, and that with the drought the ground was drier, and whereas the mini till the ground doesn't dry as much, as you're not rooting and turning up so much of it, and then there's more moisture in the ground which made the crop grow better. I think that's why. And I'd say if it was the reverse, a wet year, your mini till would do worse, because it wouldn't have the same soakage and the ground wouldn't have been as dry during sowing. And by the way this year is looking or shaping up, as in my opening monologue I suppose what you might call it, I would say with quite a bit of confidence that the summer is practically over and we're in now for a wet summer. For that's what's looking like. The forecast for the last 2 weeks has been bad, and it's going on. This is Saturday. My father's just heading off actually to pick up our new tractor. Well, you know what I mean, it's not new bar, new to us tractor. He's gone to pick that up, but the forecast going into next week is bad, and I'd have a funny feeling we're going to be stuck with bad shitty old summer now after this. But anyways, and I was told I can plough away in the rain. Normally we wouldn't, but because the ground has been so dry, and we're pretty confident that not enough rain has fallen to really wet the ground, that we should be okay to plough. But you couldn't harrow in that weather. You'd be just mucking. That's what all you'd be doing in that weather. You need it a bit drier to be harrowing. But anyways, so we'll get ploughing. I have the drone with me if it does ever stop raining, which I don't think it is, but I'll have it there in case. And I tell you, is that everything I needed to say? This always happens. It's always quite hard just to remember. When you're going to make a video, you're like, I need to say this, and this. And then when you start making, you're like, oh, can't remember half what I'm supposed to say. But yeah, on the tractor then, mud guards, yes, they're rotten. Eventually we'll get something done with them. The seat, the cut back bottom cushion is gone. I have a new one, just haven't had time to put it in. And yeah, so I think I'll stop ranting and raving and I'll get a bit of ploughing done. And the plan will be for this video, it'll either be one full video from ploughing now to harrowing to sowing it, or it'll be in maybe 2 parts or 3 parts. It all depends on the amount of footage I take and what happens. You just never know what's going to happen. As I found out on Thursday, I had a wee issue with the front mower. I would say you'll see this video before you see the video of me fixing the front mower. But yeah, a bit of a problem with it. I might actually put the picture of it up on YouTube just to show you. Yeah, it's not great at all. But you just never know what's going to happen. That was it. What other things I was to say about this field when we're ploughing? I could be finished in about 10 minutes, because if I start turning up a lot of stones, I'm out. We're not ploughing anymore, because in that end of the field you may kind of, you can't really, but there's a stony brow, there's a exposed stone all over there that we've in a paddock. In this field, like this field, there's 2 paddocks in it, and then this big field that we're going to be ploughing down there is wet behind me, and over there there's a whole heap of exposed rocks. So I am expecting it to be stony, and if it is too stony or start turning up big boulders, that's us finished. This is going to be a harrowing job alone. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But anyways, I'm going to put down this camera and start ploughing, and we'll see how we got on. And yeah, we'll pick it up then after we've done a run or two and see what it's looking like. So just doing the first run along the hedge now. We're doing a bit of shallow ploughing because I turned up an awful lot of roots at the bottom of the field. So you can see there we're keeping nearly 2 runs of the plough out from the hedge, and we're just barely turning over the ground just to get a bit of a turn on it, and not to go too deep and dig up a heap of roots. There's nothing's worse than digging up a whole heap of roots, because it's hard untidy and it becomes very hard to leave it right for silage afterward. And see there now, we're just coming past an ash tree and we're hitting roots. So that's why we're ploughing shallow, just don't want to turn up a heap of roots. So you can see then the hedge at the bottom goes that way, so it'll be creating a headland along that hedge, not be turning the plough hard into it. So yeah, shallow ploughing, or as the lecturer in college used to say, a bit of chicken scratching. Just done the first run of the field there now, and you can see the benefits of putting on the bit of burnt oil. My mold boards are now pretty much as bright as the day I painted them, which is great. That's the whole point in that burnt oil. So we'll keep motoring away and brighten up the other side. So I was just out unblocking the plough. I just said I'd show you something. We've turned up the ground there. Look, it's not very tidy because it's just with roots and stuff, but the ground, it's pretty dry now. Like, that's pretty dry, and that's actually quite gravelly ground, quite sandy ground. That's like dry. Like it's not very wet for all the rain that fell. Like we've had quite a lot of thunderstorms and heavy bursts and just weather like this over the last 2 weeks, and it's just going to, I'm actually surprised that the ground is that dry. So I'm very surprised. It just goes to show how much of a moisture deficit there really was. But it'll suit this job. I can plough away in the rain, just can't harrow in the rain. But anyways, we'll get back to it, and hopefully the next time I pick up the camera we're well across the field. So we're ploughing away, getting on grand there. Just we've got a good bit of setting up on the plough because the check chains and the top link and everything had to be readjusted for both the tractor and the plough, just to get everything matching up right. So this was on the 6270 last, and you can see there ploughing up grand, nice and lovely. So it is. There's near a stone in it. I've hit nothing in line of stones. I say change when I go over that side of the field, as I was saying before. But you'd have no bother growing great crops of tillage in this ground, so you would. No, great crops of tillage, the way that earth is turning, just lovely earth. But so yeah, we've done in the yard as well that I thought we'd have put out before I got sent ploughing, but they just want to go plough. So what could they do but go plough? Thought we'd have put out beforehand, but anyways, we'll probably peg it out in another field and then plough it in if we are going to plough it. Things change, they always change. But yeah, it's always very hard to know where you're going when they can't make their mind up on what they want done. But I'll plough away at this. It's kind of stopped raining, so it stays that way. When I go a couple more runs into the middle of the field, we'll probably fire up the drone and see how that goes. And yeah, and I meant to announce this earlier, but I will be doing well, not live, but Q&A with either my brother or my girlfriend or both, whether it be one video or two videos. I don't know, we just kind of have to wait and see. Depends on what day I do. I know bro will be mad for it. Liv, my girlfriend, maybe not so much, but we'll just have to see. So when that time comes, I'll put out a post on Instagram and on YouTube. Won't be putting on Snapchat because I can never keep a track of all the messages I get on Snapchat. But I'm looking for your questions and we'll make a video and answer them. And then when I hit 30,000, we'll do another live Q&A with Father Phil, and hopefully with my uncle, who is doing fierce well and improved the site and nearly finished the treatment. So all going well, that's the plan. And there's a lot of stuff coming up in future videos. There's some tools have been bought for restoring trailers. We've a new kind of sandblaster got. My father wants to get the heron repainted and resprayed because he's must be 3 years since we changed the crates on there. He's finally got fed up of looking at the two-tone trailer and wants to go and get it right. And the new cane trailer we bought wants to get that resprayed, and the two trainers, and a lot of other bits and bobs he wants to get done. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up, going to be happening in the next couple of months. But we'll have to see how it works out. With the weather the way it's gone, we're expecting that there won't be a whole lot of time for that, as the baling will be hot and heavy when the weather does, when we do get dry spells, or if it stays like this. But look, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff to come.
Fill me out with your smile, now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame, I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down, 'cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and Bring that beat back.
So now everyone, it's Day 2 at Reseeding. Now I can't remember how I finished up the video. Well, the last day when I was finished plowing, actually a point broke on the plough, so I had to go home and fix that, and we just kind of quit after that because it was late. It was like 9:30 or 10, I can't really remember. But anyways, we're just heading off with a load of dung. We're going to go and spread the dung that's out there on the other field that has to be ploughed. And I'm just bringing up the dung spreader, and I'm bringing a load of dung with me. Why not? Get rid of a bit. So yeah, we'll bay up the road up to the out farm and peg out this dung. Father's going to pick me up, bring me back to bring up the teleporter. Now I know what you're saying, why didn't we use the MF50? We recently got, literally Saturday, and that's purely because the MF50, we haven't got it insured yet, road taxed, and there is the issue with the steering. But yeah, that's why I'd love to use the MF50 and show you and drone it and everything, but no insurance and no tax, so we cannot bring it on the road. And the steering is very wandery and needs to be sorted before we really do much, before we really go any journey with it. But yeah, anyways, we'll be up to the field, we'll peg this out and come back and get the telly and peg out the dung up there, get some drone footage and all the rest. So yeah, we'll be on up. So we're just pegging out the first load there, just a load I brought up with me. What we're spreading there is practically just milled peat and straw from the bedding of the cattle at home, and what we've to spread up here is mostly waste fodder and then the cleanings of the outer yard where that was all scrapped out because the slats only comes out so far, and they had a larger feeding area. There was just that extra bit of space that had to be scrapped out every other week for a couple of days. So we're just after hitting 25,000 subscribers, so that's massive. Huge thank you to everyone that subscribes to the channel and likes the channel, leaves a comment and all the rest. Just a massive thank you to you. Wouldn't be doing this without you, because it just reading all the nice comments and even the bad comments telling me where I go wrong, I don't mind it. You get used to people telling you the whole place looks like SH1T and the yard is SH1T and all your machinery are SH1T. Well, that's people's opinions. You can have whatever opinion you want. But anyways, and that's me practically out of dung there now, so we'll shut it off and head on into the yard. But yeah, anyways, that's the story with that, so you can keep an eye out for that. I'll try and get it done over the next couple of days, try and get it sorted and then put the post up, and you can leave whatever comments you want me or what questions you'd like me to ask them, and we'll do a video on it. Anyways, we'll be on into the yard now that that's emptied. So we're back in the ploughing tractor now. Finished the dung spreading, just back at home now. I have to put a point on the plough. That's why I stopped ploughing the other day, because I broke the point. So put that back on, head back up. I think I forgot to say one thing while spreading the dung. Yes, the dung spreader is dirty. Generally speaking, that gets washed once a year. Normally in the back end, when we have all the dung out of the yard before the season closes for spreading dung. For the winter, we generally wash it off then, so it doesn't get used then for the couple of months of the winter. But generally during the summer we don't wash it because it's used every other week. There wouldn't be a month wouldn't go by where there'd be a bit of dung to be spread somewhere, whether it be for reseeding or for ourselves or just in general. And just the nature of it, once you put out, once I say it's dirty, it doesn't matter how well you clean it, it's dirty again. So yeah, and there's a lot of net on the back of it. I think before we go off the next time, we're going to go get that sorted. Whether we burn it off, or someone actually said in the last time when we were using it for throwing millpea into the shed, we might try and see if our high pressure lands on the petrol washer will cut through it. I have to have a go and see. But anyways, I'll go put on this point, we go back up, get ploughing, finish the ploughing, and yeah, this will probably be two-part video, and we'll end the first part when I get the ploughing done tonight, because I need this video for tomorrow. Anyways, we'll go put the point on. So if you're wondering what the shed is in the background, yes, that is new since the last time you would have seen, but that is a carport we're after putting up. Put all our vintage cars in around the place, and doing that should clear up some more shed space to put vintage tractors out of some of the main sheds in the yard into some of the sheds here. And then in doing that, that should clear some space in the yard to put some of our other machinery that shouldn't be outside inside, or that's the plan anyways. And that's what that shed's for, and it's not finished, and that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of timber in the pile of shite that you can't see at the minute, because when we were building there was timber over, and that timber is to be used when doing that. We have a canopy to go on to it and a few other bits and bobs. But yes, that is new, and that's what that's for. So hopefully it'll clear up a bit of space in the yard so we can put in some of the tractors or put in some of the machinery out of the weather. But anyways, we'll go get ploughing now. Plowing way in where we spread the dung. Yeah, now I'm not going to have this field done by the end of this video, because I need this video for tomorrow, so I'll be editing this tonight and have it for you to watch tomorrow. So there will be a part 2 to this when we do the harrowing and sow it and roll it and whatever else we go up to getting it done. I think Father's on to doing a good bit of land leveling, particularly in this field, because there's a bit of a dip towards the drain there. He wants to get that all leveled up, and then here where you see the rushes, there's a dip into the rush. He wants to fill that up. So anyways, so everything's going fine. Got my point fixed. Or no, I broke the point again. I had to put a new point on. I broke a different point, I had to put a point on it. Oh look, this ground, I'm going quite slow ploughing in this ground. This ground is, at the minute, it's being quite stony. I can feel the tractor, just how she's pulling and the noise of it, and you can see seeing the ploughs bobbing up. That where I am at the minute is just a bit stony, and all that side of that field was all stony towards the drain, so it might get better when I go that way. But with the hills and mounds in it, I have a funny feeling it'll stay stony. It's normally how the fields work, or normally how you can tell in fields around these areas. Stored there on the farm. Oh, yeah, that's me finished for today now, lads. My moldboard just broke off. Yeah, that's me finished for today. Oh, the joys, the joys, the joys. Yeah, that snapped. There's more than that. Should be keeping that on. Something else had to have failed. Yeah. Yep. That haul snapped away there. Yeah, our mold barge is just after breaking off. So yeah, that's me now finished for today. Because I don't know what time it is, but I know it's probably 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. No, it's definitely after 8. Probably around 9 o'clock. So yeah, that's me finished. I'm gonna have to pick that up somewhere and go home and fix that, and then go back plowing tomorrow. So yeah, now it's the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed a bit of plowing, a bit of dung spreading. Yeah, that's some end to the video. Break the plough. Look up. What can I do? Shit happens. It's like everything. It's like the mower. I suppose I'll just tell you what happened with the mower, because you haven't seen it yet. I know people have been asking about it after seeing it. It's just like the mower. It's something that I had very little control over. I was mowing away the field, going grand. I was just after hitting a lump of bog oak, and I made the mower bounce, and I got out and checked everything was fine, and I was just starting off again, and I'd come into a brow, and I'd mowed every side. I'd mowed all of the brow so far, no problems whatsoever. But when I hit the brow, whatever happened, something gave the mower a hop. Something happened to the mower, and it come off the A-frame. The latch broke as well on the A-frame, the spring that kept it in, and it caused the mower to come off, and it just went forward. I assume it's happened to people that are watching this. It went forward. The front guards all bent in on the mower, the bed of the mower, and then the shaft caught the back guards and bent all down in on the conditioner shaft, and we can't spin it because the back guards are on the conditioner shaft and it won't turn. Everything looks straight, everything looks okay. The shaft, we were able to pull it in and out by hand, so it's not bent, which is a good sign. So I have some of the panels taken off. Everything seemed fine so far, but I have to get more done to really just see what it is like. But it should just straighten out. But yeah, that's what happened to the mower, just so you know. There'll be a video about it maybe before the end of the week, see how I get on. But anyways, I'll leave it at that now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below if you have any comments in any of that. Description, PayPal, merchandise, everything like that is in the description. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, and that is it from me. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you have a better day than I'm having at the minute. Good luck.